Who made DC Comics? Have you ever wondered how one of the most iconic comic book publishers in the world came to be? Let's dive into the fascinating history of DC Comics. It all began in 1934 when a man named Malcolm Wheeler-Nicholson founded a company called National Allied Publications. Wheeler-Nicholson was a pulp magazine writer and a former cavalry officer who saw a bright future in comic books. He wasn't just looking to reprint newspaper strips, he wanted to create original stories with unique characters. In February 1935, National Allied launched its first publication, New Fun, the Big Comic Magazine #1. This was a big deal because it was the first comic book to feature entirely new material, not just reprints. The success of this comic paved the way for more titles, including New Comics #1 in December of the same year. However, by 1937, National Allied was facing financial troubles. This is where Harry Donenfeld and Jack Liebowitz come into the picture. Donenfeld was a publisher and distributor, and Liebowitz was his accountant. Together, they formed Detective Comics, Inc., which would eventually become the cornerstone of DC Comics. The name DC itself comes from one of their early and most successful titles, Detective Comics. This series was launched in March 1937 and would later introduce one of the most iconic characters in comic book history, Batman. But before Batman, there was another game changer, Superman. Created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, Superman debuted in Action Comics #1 in June 1938. This character revolutionized the comic book industry and set the stage for the superhero genre. By the early 1940s, National Allied Publications and Detective Comics, Inc. had merged into a single entity. The company started using the brand DC as an abbreviation for Detective Comics, and this eventually became the official name. So, to answer the question, DC Comics was created through the collaborative efforts of several key figures: Malcolm Wheeler-Nicholson, who founded National Allied Publications, Harry Donenfeld and Jack Liebowitz, who brought financial backing and operational expertise, and creators like Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, who introduced iconic characters that shaped the industry. It's a story of vision, innovation, and teamwork that has left a lasting impact on pop culture.